We've got a company-owned diamond drill rig. We've got the drill crew sitting here. So it's just as simple. As soon as I get those soil sampling results back and I know exactly where this, where we're going to position these holes, that rig will be mobilised from Boca Rica at the moment where it is up to, this project there, and we'll start drilling. We'll drill our first hole in it.
Good morning and welcome back to the Proactive Studio. Aurum Resources has identified a new niobium anomaly at its 100% owned Salitre project in Brazil. And with me to discuss the latest findings is CEO and Managing Director Andrew Pumphrey. Andrew, good morning. We'll get to the exact results in a second, but can you first give me an overview of the project and the region that you're exploring in?
Yeah, look, great to be with you this morning, Jonathan, and thanks for the opportunity. Look, we're in the Alto Paraibuna province, which is a really significant niobium producing area of Brazil. So basically all the carbonatites, so we're talking about carbonatite style niobium mineralization here. 98% of the world's niobium production comes out of two mines, and they're all situated in this province. So the Araxá mine is south of us, and the Boa Vista mine is situated north of us. So this province is host to numerous carbonatites and hundreds of kimberlite intrusions. So it's a prolific province for carbonatite style mineralization. And that's what attracted us to this area, and that's why we pegged this tenure here. It was all open at the time, and I was really excited that those opportunities existed. I'd never find this in Australia. So Araxá, as I mentioned, is a currently producing niobium mine. It's a big operation, and so is Boa Vista. So like I said, 98% of the world's production is coming out of these mines, and there's a little bit of coming out of Canada, and that's it. So we thought this is the place we've got to be if we're going to find a significant niobium deposit.
So really great place to be. And yesterday's results, there were some key findings there that really, I guess, justify why you're exploring in this region. Can you talk me through the soil sampling results and how significant that 1 kilometre strike length of the identified niobium anomaly is?
Oh, look, I think it's a really exciting target. I think probably half the market has missed this. I was up there probably about 8 weeks ago doing the field work. I took up with me a gamma ray spectrometer. Now that measures counts per second, and we're basically trying to pick up the thorium mineralization that will be identified by this. Now, I calibrated that instrument over a known niobium deposit that hadn't been mined, that was adjacent to the Boa Vista mine. So I actually walked across the top, or on the side of the deposit, on the side of the road, and calibrated our instrument with that. Then I spent the next 2 weeks going right around both field areas at Catalão and Salitre. So this area that we've soil sampled was identified by the high CPS readings and by the work that was done by Dr. Neil Pendog. So it's a UV anomaly that he independently identified. There's a cluster of about 9 of these UV targets he's ranked. And Neil's very experienced. He's been doing this for a long time. So I don't want to get too technical, but what the UV anomaly is basically picking up the fluorite. And fluorite is known to be associated with these particular carbonatites in Brazil and other carbonatites around the world. Not all of them, but they've definitely got a UV reflectance, and we've got this. So I guess what's really exciting about this anomaly, and I think the market's completely missed this, is we've got a UV anomaly that was independently verified by Dr. Neil Pendog. I've come along with a gamma ray spectrometer and it's come back with elevated readings. They're up to 10 times higher than background. And we've now soil sampled it and it's come back with elevated niobium and elevated TREO results. Now, for any of our investors, they're welcome to go and compare our results against anyone else's niobium results in soil. These are really significant. They're up to 10 times higher in magnitude to what some other companies are reporting in Australia. So I just thought this is a really exciting target. And look, we've Getting our field crew is actually mobilising to site right now to start soil sampling on a 1 kilometre by 1 kilometre grid.
So you've just mentioned there part of what's going to happen next. Can you talk me through what the plans are for this anomaly and overall for the company as well?
Oh, look, absolutely. This anomaly is our number one target at the moment, and I've made that very clear. We are doing this soil sampling, so we'll collect probably 80-something soil samples over a 1 kilometre grid over this area, over a 1 kilometre area. And the purpose of that is it'll help me identify exactly where we should position our diamond drill to drill some diamond holes into this thing and see what comes out of that drilling. I mean, I'm really excited about it. So it's a fairly big area, and you need a target of exactly where to put that drill to start with. So that's the idea of the soil sampling. We've got a company-owned diamond drill rig. We've got the drill crew sitting here. So it's just as simple. As soon as I get those soil sampling results back, and I know exactly where this, where we're going to position these holes, that rig will be mobilised from Bocarrica at the moment where it is up to this project there, and we'll start drilling. We'll drill our first hole in it. So the only caveat is, we need to get access from our landowners, and we've got some environmental permitting to do to drill. So, but again, we've been in Brazil for almost a year. I'm sort of like, we know the process to work through the environmental permits. We've got a very good environmental guy that works with us, and he knows the system inside out now. And it's just a matter of putting the application in, and we should get it approved. I mean, there's no sort of red flags I can see there. It's a completely different area to our lithium area. Where we're drilling in for our lithium, it was small farms. It was very, very steep relief. Like, we had a lot of issues getting our diamond rig up to the site to drill. It took us weeks and weeks, and we had to wait for a fairly big river to actually drop down to, it was only about 1 metre deep in the end to get our rig across. With this one, we don't have any of these access issues. It looks very straightforward. I've been on the ground myself, and a lot of that area is pretty broad scale agriculture. So to me, it's going to be pretty straightforward.
Andrew, we'll talk again when the results come through and the drilling starts, but thanks for your time today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks very much, Jonathan.